Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Money with your host Naomi. And yes, today we're recording from a different environment as you can see. So today we want to speak about how to financially prepare for the hurricane season. We live in a beautiful island paradise, right? But every year between June and November, we face the reality of the hurricane season. And while we can't control the weather, we can control how financially prepared we are. Today, we're talking about practical steps to help you and your family with weather the storm, literally. So we're going to look at budgeting for emergencies, insurance, emergency kits, saving prep, and smart planning. This isn't about panic, it's about preparation, peace of mind, and stewardship. The first step in hurricane readiness is running to the supermarket at the last minute. It it's building a financial cushion. It's not running to the supermarket at the last minute. So here's how to get started. Create a hurricane fund, right? Even if it's just like $25 to $50 a week, fortnightly, monthly, whatever, start setting aside money specifically for hurricane prep. This fund can cover things like, your extra groceries, water, fuel, a small repair, whatever damage or whatever you may need after the hurricane or the storm has passed. The next thing you would like to do is list out your essential in advance. Your non-perishable food, your bottled water, your batteries, flashlight, portable charger, medication. When you budget early, you can buy gradually, not rush the last minute when prices rise or shelves are empty. No, we do it step at a time, one at a time, and we get it ready. Avoid panic spending. We often overspend when we're anxious. Planning now saves both money and stress later. So let's not run to the supermarket last minute and get everything. And sometimes the price go up. You want to avoid that. Let's talk about insurance because this is often overlooked. Home insurance might seem like just another bill until something happens. Yep. Check your policy, review your coverage. Does it include hurricane and flood damage? Know your deductibles and what exactly it covers. If you rent, ask your landlord about the property insurance and consider getting a rental insurance to protect your belongings, especially those that are valuable to you. If you own your home, make sure your policy is up to date and the value is sorry, and the value is realistic. If you made improvements to your property, update your coverage to reflect that because you want as much coverage as possible. You want everything to be as covered so you get back as much money as possible. This isn't just about repairs. Insurance helps protect your savings and speed up recovery after a storm because after storm whatever damage comes, instead of just going and take out all your savings, if the insurance can cover it, this would help a great deal compared to using up all your savings. While we focus a lot on money, practical readiness save dollars too. A well prepared emergency kit can reduce last minute expenses and help your family feel secure. Here's what to include. And you can add others to the list if you want. And if I miss any here, you can type it down in the comment box so that others can put it in their list because probably they didn't think of it. Your flashlight and extra batteries, your first aid kit, non-perishable food and water, at least your non-perishable food and water for at least 3 days supplies. Important documents in a waterproof bag, your ID card, your insurance, your land paper, etc., whatever important documents you have at home, you want to ensure that it's in a waterproof bag. Extra cash, because you never know that ATMs may be down, online banking may be down, you might need some cash to do something. Power banks or solar chargers to keep your devices charged, especially if you need to connect with family and friends abroad to let them know if you're okay and what's going on. Sanitation items, wipes, tissue, soap, just name it. Build this kit over time. You don't have to buy everything in one day. Add it to your weekly or monthly shopping list so that you get it, gradually. Preparation isn't just about being before the storm, it's also about after. If a hurricane hits, you may need to miss work for a few days, cover repair costs, replace damaged items, relocate temporarily. You need to consider these. Aim to save at least 1 to 2 weeks of basic living expense in a separate account or an envelope at home, because sometimes you may want to have this little cash at home, but you don't want to have too much. You never know what can happen. So it should be, I would advise to have both places, some in a bank, some a little cash at home just in case. Keep a small amount of physical cash at home, like I said, just in case the ATMs are down. Yes, the electronic systems do go down sometimes during the storm. Keep copies of important documents. You may want to scan your important documents so in the event you lose anything, you have a scanned copy which you can retrieve on your cloud, on your device, but it's retrievable because it's accessible online or you emailed it to yourself. Know your recovery plan. If something happens, who will you call? Where will you stay? How will you access your emergency funds? When you have a plan, you're not reacting, you're responding with confidence. As people of faith and community, hurricane preparedness isn't just about protecting ourselves, it's also about caring for others. Check on elderly neighbors and relatives, share extra supply if you can, pray and plan with your family. Proverbs 21:20 says, the wise store up chores, food, and olive oil, but fools gulp them down, which means the wise store, the wise prepare. So we should always prepare for the unknown, prepare for what we're not sure gonna happen. Preparedness isn't fear, it's wisdom. Yes, the book of Proverbs is wisdom, so obviously it's wisdom. Being financially prepared allows you to stay safe, recover faster, and even be a blessing to someone else during a crisis. So, here's your hurricane season financial prep checklist for this week. One, start or review your hurricane saving fund. If you don't have one, create one. If you don't have an emergency fund, create one. Check your insurance policy. Begin building or updating your emergency kit. Make copies of important documents. Like I said, you scan them. Talk with your family about your plans, your emergency plan. If you need guidance on creating your emergency fund or reviewing your financial plan, DM me at Naomi758, or you can send a WhatsApp at 1758 384 4576. Hurricane season is a reality, but fear doesn't have to be. With faith, wisdom, and financial preparedness, you can protect your family, your home, and your peace of mind. Thank you for joining me on Let's Talk Money. Until then, stay wise, stay ready, and stay safe. Bye bye.